best piece of advice for folks starting in tech, you're going to be inundated with all of the different technologies and languages and ways forward. Pick one, start to learn it, start to really understand it, and then branch out from there. It's going to be very easy once you've got your hand kind of on the pulse of one technology to stick with it. Don't. Keep going, keep learning, and keep exploring, because there's always something exciting and new to find. How did I take the step up into management? For me, it was a little bit of a long shot. I started by building myself up in my understanding of the technologies that I was working with, and got promoted internally to a tech lead position where I started running a small team. From there, it was a bit of a leap into actual engineering manager position with a law firm at the time, and they took a gamble on me. It was that simple. The reality is I should have really spent more time building myself and building my understanding of leadership and mentoring techniques before I took that step. And I'd recommend anybody else that's looking to move up into management to really push themselves and learn as much as they can about actual management and mentoring and financial management, because these are key skills that you're not going to be taught as a tech lead. Challenges. I'd say easily number one was the first time I had to discipline somebody. Going into management, I went into management to be better for other people, to give my engineers the space and the room to grow and be better people and better engineers in themselves. So having somebody that was actively acting up and goofing off, I needed to discipline them, and they didn't even respond well to the disciplinary procedure. It was really painful for everybody, but as a manager, it was a very bitter pill to swallow that somebody didn't want to be better, didn't want to pull their weight. And that was hard to work with. Next, I'd say that even in management, you never get a chance to stop. You've got to continue pushing yourself and learning, especially new management and leadership and mentoring ways. There's so much out there to try and help you be a better manager, a better mentor. You can't stop. You've got to keep pushing yourself to keep being better for the others and keep being better for your team. Finally, I'd say with technology changing so darn fast, it's just a challenge in itself to keep up. You've got to keep researching, you've got to keep pushing yourself. And all of this means that you're taking time out of your personal life so that you can keep up with what your engineers actually need to be doing and what they'll be working with. What is the best piece of advice I give to folks in management within tech? Definitely try and remain objective. There's always going to be a lot of opinions. You're going to have people with technical backgrounds. 4 people are going to come up with 10 different ideas and ways forward. You've got to remain objective. You've got to remain calm in the face of that, especially when you've got different people and different voices pushing in different directions. It's going to be difficult, but it is possible. How have I dealt with imposter syndrome in my role? Honestly, it's about focusing on the wins. The tiny little targets that you set yourself, the tiny targets that the business is asking for, delivering a report, running a meeting, taking a leading role in a conversation. These small wins are the things that you need to be focusing on, not whether or not you should be there or whether or not you deserve the position that you're in, but the fact that you're actually doing the job right now. Focus on the wins. What have you got to lose? What's been my biggest challenge? It's hard to really define it. Taking that first step into my career in tech, that was huge. It took me 9 months to land my first role. And then taking the step up into management was another huge step. But for me personally, it was to make sure that I was constantly pushing myself. It was easy to fall into comfort zones and relaxed spaces, but yeah, sometimes you need to keep going. You need to try and step outside your comfort zone, because that's where you'll actually learn more about yourself and what you can achieve. Well, we're going to see AI in pretty much everything, and pretty much every product that we can think of is going to start touting AI as an additional thing. But I also think there's going to be a new trend behind the scenes in how we optimize and improve our performance and services. The advent of cloud gave us a huge leap forward. We're going to see that rapidly improve over the next 12 months.